It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Saturday, the 14th of January. I'm Michael Groff. We've got some rain coming down this morning here in the valley. Very light rain at that, but still we'll take whatever we can get. Chances of showers will continue through much of this weekend, possibly even a thunderstorm. We'll have a little bit of a lull in the activity through the midweek, and then by the end of this upcoming week and next weekend, another round of potentially colder and more unsettled conditions here in the valley. So a lot to discuss. Let's look at it this morning here at 7 a.m. at Sky Harbor. Looking at 55 degrees right now under mostly cloudy skies, a few light showers. Dew points at 44, relative humidity 67%. The winds are calm, the barometer is falling. Temperatures around south central Arizona and here in the metro this morning. I have to remind you, this is January, although these readings don't look very January-like at all. Mostly in the 50s. There's even a few 60-degree readings on the board right now. Plenty of clouds across southern Arizona, and that's helping to hold up our temperatures nicely. On radar, we see a few showers around the valley. Now, some of this probably not reaching the ground or very light sprinkles, but if you're out toward Glendale or the North Valley, maybe a very light, steady rain coming down right now. On the watch warning map, ice storm warnings for Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, southern Illinois. There's an NFL playoff game tomorrow night. The Chiefs hosting the Steelers in Kansas City, and I would imagine that's going to be just a mess of a game. Should be interesting to watch, but the weather will certainly not be cooperating. Winter storm warnings surrounding that in adjacent states from the Texas Panhandle as far north as central Minnesota, as far east as Pennsylvania and Maryland. Also some dense fog advisories from around Port Arthur, Texas, east through Jackson and Tupelo, Mississippi, north toward Nashville. On the convective outlook, we've got a marginal risk of severe weather today, southern New Mexico and toward the Rio Grande area. You see, we're in the green here in Arizona, so we have the risk of thunderstorms. We'll talk about that and everything else as we detail our weather here and get into the specifics as we take a look at the models. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. 585 ridge over the southeast part of the country. Meanwhile, a deep upper low across northwest Mexico this afternoon. Moisture will circulate around that. The best dynamics with this low should stay just south of the border. Still, plenty of moisture will flow around that today, so widely scattered showers this morning, turning toward more scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms here this afternoon. Initially, it didn't really look like the atmospheric profile was going to favor storm activity, but as you see here on the HRRR model this afternoon, showers and maybe even a storm developed this afternoon across southeast Arizona, pushed to the west-northwest through the south-central desert, so that should be interesting. And the instability profile, this is the CAPE, the convective available potential energy this afternoon. Values a few hundred joules per kilogram, especially over southeast Arizona. See numbers getting up there into the 500 plus joule range. And again, this is the cold season. We don't really need a whole lot of energy. And especially here in Arizona with all our various topographic and geographic features, it doesn't take a lot to generate some storms here. So we will look for that this afternoon. Again, probably not going to be strong storms, but still the potential of an isolated storm, and to get under one of those could produce some locally heavy rain. Best chances of rain here in the valley this afternoon through early Sunday morning. We'll crank it up to a 70% chance of rain for tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll have a mostly cloudy sky and highs both today and tomorrow, low to middle 60s. And chances of rain should continue, although we'll see a decreasing trend by tomorrow afternoon. How much rain are we going to get? Well, the models are in pretty good agreement on this. This is the QPF total off the NAM. And you see values here in the valley anywhere from around just under a tenth of an inch to as much as a half inch in the favored upslope areas, with higher amounts in the mountains east and north of Phoenix. On Monday, still some lingering moisture around, and I guess there's still a small chance of a shower here in the valley for the Martin Luther King Day festivities, the parade and all that, but I don't think we're going to see much, if we see anything at all. Maybe a trace or 1 or 2/100ths of an inch. Partly sunny skies, high temps upper 50s and low 60s. On Tuesday, some more energy continues to linger just south of Arizona. Overall, though, northerly flow aloft will prevail, so we'll dry out. We'll warm up just a little bit, highs in the low to middle 60s. Same for Wednesday, middle to possibly upper 60s with a continued north-northwesterly flow. And then more troughing begins to come on into the southwest states. Vigorous shortwave features will cut out the base of this trough, and we'll see some rain and some snow in northern Arizona, certainly by Thursday afternoon if this verifies. And we've been seeing this fairly consistently advertised over the last several days. So we're starting to get more confident in this solution. Still, at this point, I think Thursday is probably a dry day here in the valley. We'll see increasing clouds, though, and temperatures backing off to the low and middle 60s. This is Friday night at 11 p.m. off the GFS. And if this was to verify, there's a 993 millibar low over Las Vegas. Heavy rain in Southern California, especially along the coast. This is a good setup for decent precipitation here in the valley as well. Showers, maybe even some thunderstorms. Now, we're still 6-7 days out from this, so we don't want to get into specifics too much. We're looking at trends, and the overall trend that we've been seeing, if you've been watching our videos for the last several days and all of these successive model runs, the overall trend is colder, more unsettled conditions, and chances of precipitation. So obviously the timing and the intensity of all this, these features are going to change over the next several model runs, but the idea is still looking good for colder and potentially wet weather. This is a week from today, Saturday, the 21st of January. Very cold here in the southwest. That's the 540 line south of Phoenix. So temperatures are going to be well below normal here in the valley, and the potential for showers will continue, and snow for the high country. On Sunday, we still are under the influence of troughing, although now it's off to the east, so we're under dry northerly flow here. Still very cool conditions. Highs would remain well below normal, probably lower to middle 50s if this is right. And then this is the end of the forecast period, Monday, January 23rd. Dry northwesterly flow here. Temperatures starting to rebound back toward the low, maybe even middle 60s. Temperatures off the European ensemble. Looking at, a bunch of cooler conditions for tomorrow and the early part of the week, a little bit warmer. And I think temps actually get warmer than what you're seeing here for Tuesday and Wednesday. But still, we'll see a rebound, and then temps dropping off again for the end of the week and next weekend. And that's a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video back here tomorrow morning. Thanks as always so much for watching. Have a great Saturday.